Konnichiwa minasan, Kyo desu. So today is a very special video. I had the pleasure and the honor of interviewing Mayu from Mayu's English Room. And on Mayu's YouTube channel, she often uploads videos centered around language or just being funny. And she's also a Japanese person who speaks English and has traveled abroad in America. So let's get to the interview. Konnichiwa minasan, Kyo desu. Today I have a very special guest being featured on the channel. And for my guest, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Okay. Hi everyone, I'm Mayu. I am 26 years old. I studied abroad in the US for 2 years in total. One in high school and the other year in college.
You also have a YouTube channel, correct?
Yes, I have a channel called Mayu Room.
How did you first learn English? Because I don't find much Japanese that are fluent in English and Japanese.
My mom actually made me go to a English musical thing that with my sister, and yeah, we did musicals in English. It wasn't like acting, it was just like singing and dancing. I didn't know what I was singing, but it was fun. And that made me interested in English, I guess. But yeah, I was really young, and then I went to participate in like summer schools hosted by some international schools. Yeah, I just thought English was interesting, like learning a language was interesting.
So you would say like you got exposed at a very early age and that piqued your interest. How did you end up in America from that period, being exposed to the English from that age?
So the first time was when I was a senior in high school. I went to like a 2-week homestay program with my school. And it was just so much fun, but I didn't really get to know the culture because I was with my classmates from Japan and we were speaking Japanese. I tried a lot to get to know my host family, but it was just short. 2 weeks wasn't enough, so I wanted to, explore different aspects of the country. Like I wanted to know more about the history, culture, lifestyle. So I wanted to go back there for, a year. Yeah.
So really, it was just exposure that really piqued your interest in having that good experience coming to America. So when you first came to America, I'm assuming by yourself, because it's kind of funny because you said like when you came to America, you didn't really experience it all that much because you were still with your own culture, So how did it feel like when you were by yourself in America, experiencing the real America for the first time? How was your experience with that?
Just like you, I researched a lot about the US culture and the lifestyle. But it took some time to get used to it, like wearing shoes inside the house, the not so clean bathrooms.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I really missed Japanese bathrooms so much. Oh my god.
Bokumo.
Yeah, right. Also the food. I think I really missed Japanese food. Even though I like meat, I like burgers. I liked a lot of stuff, but yeah, I thought Japanese food was better. Can't deny.
Did it take you a long time to adjust to the culture? Because it sounded like you had a rough transition into American culture.
It wasn't like, oh my god, this is so surprising. It was more like, oh, okay, this is what I read in the book. This is what I searched on the internet.
Right.
So I was gradually getting used to the culture. It didn't take me so long, but what was really difficult for me was to make friends. It took almost half a year to make like true friends. Yeah.
そうですか。
大変でした。
Were you not confident in your English? Is that why, or what was the reason why you think so?
Yeah. Well, first of all, I'm shy when I meet people for the first time. so I
Introverted.
yeah, I wouldn't talk to people, and they didn't know I was an exchange student, so no one really talked to me. They probably thought I was an immigrant who moved in the neighborhood or something. So I had to talk.
Where did you go to school, by the way?
New Jersey.
New Jersey.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There was zero Japanese person that I could find in the neighborhood. But many
Japanese
Asian
are very rare.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
right.
But Asian people, there were many Asian, like Filipinos. What else?
Vietnamese.
Yeah, Chinese. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was just another Asian, so I had to really had the guts to talk to people. That's the only way I could make friends. And I wasn't really confident, to be honest, in my English skills. So I was always like, oh, are they gonna judge me? Like, what are they gonna think of me? I was really worried. Yeah, no one really judges me. Like, they even like try to understand me. They would ask me like, oh, does that mean do you mean this? And there were some people who are like, oh, I don't understand you, like study English or whatever. I would just not talk to them anymore because I don't need that person in my life. I would rather hang out with people who care about me. Yeah. I thought so many people were really friendly. For example, people like strangers say like, oh my god, I like your outfit, where did you buy them, something like that. People say bless you, even if you don't know them. That was really surprising. Like I didn't know like what to say. Like I was like, oh my god, do I know you? Like like what am I supposed to say, but that I really like that. I think that's how you make friends. Like you strangers can be friends. That was very surprising. Like that wouldn't really happen in Japan, I think. Yeah, I would say we're more shy. We wouldn't, like, even if we like someone's outfit, we wouldn't talk to them. We would, gossip about them or something, like talk about it with your friends, but then you don't really talk to them. So yeah, like the hurdle to talk to someone is really low. Well, how I looked was very different from when I left Japan. I was wearing like dresses, I was wearing more makeup. Yeah, I was being myself. Like I did everything I really liked. But people were really surprised. My friends were like, what? What have you done? Like, yeah, you look really different. Like, wow, like you stand out a lot. It's like, yeah, so that was like, I had to, adjust to my own culture. Yeah, it took a little bit of time. Yeah, I was like, 海外かぶれ. I was like, yeah, アメリカはなんたらかんたらで like saying America was good and Japan's this and America's this. Comparing two cultures, and yeah, like wearing sunglasses even when it's not too sunny.
Right.
These kind of things.
So I guess you realize some advantages from American culture that you realized when you came back, like, oh, I could do this in America, but I can't do this in Japan.
Yeah, definitely. Yes, yes.
Most Japanese people are not going to experience much outside of Japanese culture. Do you feel like it's an advantage when Japanese people go abroad and experience other cultures? Like, do you feel like that's helped you understand the world in a better way?
Yes, for me, it helped me in a lot of ways. Well, the biggest thing is that I have different sources to look at one thing, like one news or something. I can read, I can get information from English articles and also Japanese articles and compare them. Because one thing that I was surprised about when I first went to the US was that history was taught different. I don't know if it's true, but that's what I felt.
I've heard that as well.
Yeah. So, like, if I were to stay in Japan forever, I wouldn't have known that. I wouldn't have thought of that. So that was really big. Thing for me. I think having access to information outside of your country is very beneficial in a lot of ways. Also, I made a lot of friends all over the world, not just in the US, because there are so many exchange students when I went there. It's so nice to have friends all over the world, and like I can just visit them anytime, and experience different cultures besides the US. So that for me it's an advantage, like knowing the world, knowing what's outside of Japan.
And I guess now you have more of a well-rounded perspective,
I hope so.
I wonder if when the Japanese speak to you, they say, oh, you kind of think like a foreigner sometimes, or you're still like Japanese at heart, you would say?
I would say I have, my way of thinking is still very Japanese, but it's important for me that I understand other perspectives. I just don't, I'm not like, no, your idea is wrong. I just like try to accept it. I try to get to know the person, like maybe his or her background. Because that's what I did in the US.
So more so you have your way of thinking, but you're open to hearing other people's understanding of the world and try to see where they're coming from.
Yeah.
Last question for you, Maya. You've been awesome. It was great talking with you as well. So my last question for you is, what would you say to the Japanese person that wants to learn English or to travel abroad? What advice would you give them to that person that's probably on the fence of learning English and want to explore the world? Like, what would you say to that person if you could?
Well, don't be shy. Make a lot of mistakes. Because I regret, like, for the first half a year, when I first landed in the US, I was so nervous. I was so afraid of making mistakes. I didn't talk to people. I didn't get to know people. So the last half of the year, I was enjoying it so much because I felt more confident in my English and I wasn't afraid of making mistakes, and I just like talked to people and tried to get to know people. And yeah, it's really fun to get to know other people and other ideas. There are so many different perspectives that you don't know if you just stayed here. So yeah, mistakes should be made, yes.
Don't be afraid to make mistakes and go for it.
Definitely, yeah.
Fantastic advice. Mayu, it's been a pleasure. Where can the people find you? And you want to give all your socials and information so people can, look you up?
Oh, yes, sure, yeah. Mayu E-Room, yeah.
Also, we're going to link to her social media in the description below for you guys to check her out.
We also made a video on my channel, so go check it out too.
Hi. Well, Mayu, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for allowing me to interview
thank you
It's
so
been
much.
a pleasure.
Yeah, it was so much fun, yeah.
Definitely. Alrighty, Janet, take care. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Bye. That was my interview with Mayu. I had a blast interviewing her. She's a very intelligent person, and I think her story is very interesting. So anyone who wants to follow her on her social media, all the links will be in the description below. I was also interviewed by Mayu on her channel, so if you guys want to check that out, it will be on the left-hand end card, also in the description below. So if you guys enjoyed the video, please smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, also hit that bell as well to get notified whenever we post a video. 本当ありがとうございます。みんな気をつけて。じゃあね。
I never see you anymore.